everybody, what? My crunch and munch is in the way. Hey, everybody, welcome to Diva Dads episode something. We'll fix all this later. The point
season
is,
3, episode
we're in season
something.
3.
Who knows when this will be
48.
released?
Thank you. One of our previous guests still, she came back for this show.
Yeah.
Actually, we're
Just
like,
to be in the
should
audience.
be at 50 at this point.
I don't think so.
I think it's 48.
I don't know, because we did a whole one here when y'all two.
Yeah, there's a
whole-
few that we haven't. We didn't ever release the one with Kara, did we?
Tara.
No, I didn't see
Tara.
that one.
Another plot
We had
twist.
a great
Mike's
time.
going to get names right this season.
Doubt it.
So,
Yeah, kind of doubt it.
So all of you,
Hi,
stay tuned because we've got some more shows that
Hi.
we'll be bringing up. And fine, say your name, Jesus.
Hi, you go first.
Yeah, you're.
Hi, I'm Dana.
I'm Rodney, and I don't know why they're all in the same clothes they were on last episode, but I got.
I'm Mike.
I'm tired.
This is a different bag. No,
It is not. Well, actually,
Welcome back
might
to
be.
part 2 of Diva Dad's back at the theater.
Part
Yeah?
Yeah.
So
how have
we're
you been?
celebrating Dry January.
Yay!
Hey, Mike, can you sit right here
Chaz.
for now
Yeah.
until we bring in a guest and then you can sit off camera?
The high life again.
You've already used that joke.
Did y'all catch that? I said
It's so good. I thought
sit
I
right
should
there
read
until we get a guest and then we'll put you off camera. All right, so we're in the second segment of this wonderful two-part. So what do you got? I got some Topo Chico hard seltzer. What you got, Mike?
Foster's Australian for beer. Or Australian for beer.
Wow.
Wow.
Austrian for beer. No, we're not doing Sound of Music right now. We're doing a totally different show.
You're welcome.
Yes. What do you got there?
Some champagne.
Champagne.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I got some
Yay.
High Life on the Fox.
Man, I know. What does that fox say? No, don't.
That box said that used to be Adrian's.
Like, for real, like you own that?
Well, I mean, I kept it for a really long time.
Did
I
you
actually
race
wore
him?
that in Willy Wonka. I was Mrs. Beauregard, and I was bougie.
Wow.
And drank a martini.
No,
the
you're
whole show.
mispronouncing that. It's bougie.
Hey, you know what, Mike? Here's a microphone.
You gave me a microphone just in time because I'm bad and bougie.
No.
Thank you.
You know what? I was so I just got like a family plan on Spotify or whatever. Like, so now I have like I've never had Spotify before. So I'm going through all of our stuff.
I think your mics are muted.
Yeah, nothing's.
Hello.
Sing on.
What do you say? Oh, yeah, it is. See,
hang on.
these are muted, but if you look over here,
Are we
gentlemen,
recording?
see the you see
He
that?
never
we
stopped.
recording?
He never
Yes,
stopped
we're
recording.
I never stopped. So
We'll
I
edit all that.
know it's hard to believe. I know what I'm doing.
I saw no levels and I was like, apologies for the peanut gallery.
You shut
Thanks for
up.
looking out for us.
Always do. Oh, man, that's so great.
What was I even saying? Thanks.
You were talking
Spotify.
about Spotify.
Spotify.
And
Family
I was
plan.
revisiting some old episodes, and there was, I don't even know where I'm at now. You know what?
Was it an episode where I was particularly awesome? Oh, that was all of them.
Go. You can do it.
Somebody give me a
Y'all
point.
know that shit's in her chair right now, right?
Uh-oh.
Nobody's paying attention.
All right, clearly since this
all
season,
Anyone
listeners
actually
heard
watching
me.
this show knows what just
clearly
happened.
since this season, Mike
And
has
that's
it all
awesome.
together and the other divas don't.
Yeah, so tell us the story, Mike.
Yeah.
We are gonna. I don't know how to tell a story. I was thinking we were
We
doing
have to have
Roger.
our, like,
Our banter.
Roger Pine breakdown.
Yeah.
Wait, tell us about the plot of Rent.
Adrian.
We did that last
Describe
episode.
Wizard of Oz.
Yeah,
to
but that
us.
was gold. He needs to do it.
Was it?
It was not really. It was absolutely terrible.
It was so bad.
Happy belated birthday to Roger Pine.
Oh,
Yeah, happy birthday. And happy birthday, Terry.
Which,
Yes.
Terry,
Happy birthday.
Terry, happy birthday.
yeah, which show should we do?
Anastasia.
Okay.
Rod.
I feel like you're
Rodney,
my best bet. Rodney,
you're up,
describe
man.
The plot of Anastasia.
Okay, so Anastasia is about a young girl who is living in America,
No.
No.
and she finds out that she might quite possibly be the heir to the throne of Russia. Yeah. And she has a little bat that talks to her. I'm totally describing the
That's not in the
animated. Well, it would be better if
It would be better.
And I think it has the voice talents of like Michelle Pfeiffer or something. Isn't that right? Isn't it Michelle Pfeiffer that does the voice? Meg Ryan.
Meg Ryan.
Yeah. So, yeah,
well,
it's
in this
great.
case, I'm glad the Peanut Gallery was here.
There's not Nosferatu. What's his name? Nostradamus?
Rasputin.
No. Rasputin.
Which is
Yeah.
also not in the musical.
Yeah. He's not in the musical either?
No, the musical.
Oh, okay.
Isn't Rasputin in the new Kings Kingsman?
Kings of Leon?
Yeah.
That
Oh.
was a terrible one.
The new one?
Yeah,
new one?
it was
Oh,
terrible.
no.
It was too cheesy.
That
Really?
sucks.
Sorry.
Really, too
Huh.
cheesy. The other two weren't cheesy. Okay.
This is cheesier.
No, these are cheesy.
Have you all seen West Side Story?
Not the new one. Mm-mm. Is it good?
It's amazing.
Is it?
It's like everything I wanted and more.
Yeah.
It's really.
Did you cry?
I sobbed.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. I cried a lot. It was pretty beautiful. I loved it. I saw it with my mom and my best friend from high school who finally moved back to Texas, and it was a great day.
How? Wait, who?
That's awesome.
My best friend Sandy.
No way! I don't know who that
You
is.
don't know. She went to high school at the same school that Alanna and I did.
And
At that
and
at
Aaron.
the Catholic school.
Uh-huh.
That Catholic.
What was it called?
Antonian.
Yes,
Tony.
yes.
GBG. They still do that? They probably shouldn't do that anymore.
They didn't do it when I was there.
They did a lot of things they shouldn't have done when I was there.
That's Catholic prep for you.
Yeah.
That you just alienated like half of our listenership.
Oh,
Sorry,
sorry.
Mom.
Sorry, I went to Catholic prep till
I didn't
10.
say sorry.
Don't worry about
Sorry,
it.
Terry.
It's sorry,
Happy
Terry.
birthday.
Happy birthday,
Sorry.
Terry.
Yeah, happy birthday. Just disregard Mike.
Can
He's
we
not
edit-
officially
Can we edit
affiliated.
that out?
No.
You want half of this?
No.
Oh, I thought you were sitting empty. Sorry.
Anything
Yeah,
else
I'm
we need
almost
to cover before we bring on our next guest?
Man, I think
Just,
we're good.
I mean, I don't think we actually have talked about this show other than Sam playing
Anti-M.
but I don't think we've talked about like these folks or what
You
they're.
mean the star of the show?
Yes,
Coco?
Toto, the Coco Toto.
She likes you. You're playing.
Professor
Professor Marvel / Wizard.
And Rodney is playing.
Put 'em.
Yeah, I'm playing the lion. And
Yeah.
Zeke. That's a great name, Zeke.
The
Zeke's a
amount
great
of
name.
times that, because no one knows the other names of the guys, I guess Zeke people remember, but the other two are Hunk and Hickory.
Hunk and
Hunk.
Hickory.
Donna keeps calling him Hulk.
Hulk.
Someone else keeps calling him Huck. And Hickory is just like it goes right in their brains and right out. No one knows
Scary,
what
or
it
the
is.
Hickory is Tin Man.
I don't.
Oh, you
because
don't even
that's-
know.
That's why it has
that
the
doesn't
axe.
make any sense to me. You'd think if it's like Hunk, right? Hunk. Yeah, then it would be the Tin Man.
But he's a woodsman, so
He's
like
a woodsman, so his name is.
hickory. It's wood.
Sure.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's a weird show.
It is a weird
And
show.
you are directing. Cynthia's assistant directing.
Yes, she is.
Who is our music director?
So Cynthia for now, and then we have a new guy named Michael who is moving from Germany, and in a couple of weeks he'll be here, and he will be our pianist.
Awesome.
And he will be taking over as music director. And
Very
hopefully
cool.
we'll be around for other shows. Excited to meet him.
Very
He seems
cool.
really nice. He's very enthusiastic. He's very much looking forward to working with us.
We love enthusiasm.
One of our guests here shortly, Alanna. We'll bring her back on for a moment as one of our choreographers, our extraordinaire. And then, what is Derek doing in the show?
Derek's a tree.
He is
He
the
is
tallest tree.
the
How is
tallest
it that
tree
we didn't
by-
ask him about
He is-
this show?
He is not a horse.
I'm not a horse. I read that.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I know. I heard.
And he's now officially the lion standby because
That's right, yeah.
we were missing both the lion and the understudy during our read through.
And there you have it.
Dana's understudy.
And he's Dana's understudy. Watch
You'll
your
need
back.
this. You better.
So if you randomly get food poisoning and we
Don't choke.
Or choke on a crunch and munch.
or someone
Any other business that we need to discuss before we?
I don't think so.
We have a lot of newcomers on this show. It's
a lot
going to
of
be really
newcomers.
cool.
Are Dorothy's new to
To us, yeah,
to
absolutely.
us at
Her name is
TTC?
Catherine.
It's a shame we couldn't get her on tonight.
She left early.
Yeah,
Cocoa
on
approved,
purpose.
though.
I mean, I think she
because
left
I
on
think
time.
Yeah.
All these people were
Ryan
suffering,
Topp is. You will be on Diva Dads when you're of
Still
age,
Not listening.
but
Still not listening.
you know.
Yeah, he will never see this.
I'll tell you what, Ryan Topp, if you come to me and say, I was watching Diva Dads and you said, chicken to China, the Chinese chicken. And if you tell me that,
Why of all things?
because that's what just popped in my head because I love that band. And you should say that to me and I'll let you on Diva Dads. But you have to say that to me, Ryan.
He's the
Which
only one
means
who
you're not
has
watching.
the power.
And David, don't go tell him.
Gatekeeping Diva Dads.
It's more like, what is your quest? Like, if you really like, you have to go and do to get on.
That's right. Unless you answer
Wait, can we
me
move
these
on?
questions 3.
Sure.
I would like to welcome our next guest,
I would too. Mike,
Yeah,
get out
get
of
out
there.
of the hot seat.
Not Mike.
Alanna O'Connell, accompanied by Aaron.
Hey, Aaron.
Yeah.
Yay!
I love those guys.
I know him.
me.
I know
Hi,
him.
Rumi. Are you gonna? Where you go? Do you want my drink? Can you also hold the mic?
Whoa, that was
Oh, that
close.
could have been catastrophic.
Hello.
Hello.
That also works.
I love you. You're very bony. You can come stand behind, and that way they don't have to.
Hey.
You still have
a good
to
one.
contribute here. Do your job.
Crazy.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
How are y'all doing?
What's up?
It's pretty good.
Work.
Work, then theater.
Yeah.
Typical
What you doing
day.
at the theater?
I'm recording a Diva Dads episode.
Currently?
Previously, what were you doing? What are you doing in the show?
I'm choreographing with my sister, Aaron.
Where is she
Not
tonight?
me.
She is at home probably asleep.
Oh.
She thought about staying for the show, and then she was like, oh, wait, they drink on the show. I don't do that. I'm like a Mormon, and she went home.
That's okay.
Happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
When it suits her.
Those are her words.
Just
I
the
don't know.
My favorite
non-controversial
kind of
parts.
Mormons.
We gotta fix that.
She likes Dirty Shirley's.
Aaron, where are you coming from? Because when you walked in, you looked a little sleepy.
Bit beleaguered. I was just at work
Oof.
Which work?
Be legal.
at the Village Cafe downtown.
Nice.
Sorry, it's just the Village.
The
Not cafe.
No, there's no cafe involved actually.
Is
What?
it turned on?
Is it? Hello? Yeah. There's a level coming through. I can see it. Hey, hey, hey.
Oh, that's Scarlet. That's this one.
This happened last time Aaron was on the show.
Yeah, I was at work. Scrubbed some floors, listened to some Western music. Was playing a lot of Red Dead Redemption earlier today. Watched The
Oh.
Big Lebowski last night. Had a White Russian with my mom. That was good. The dude definitely bites.
He definitely bites.
The
Watch out for those rugs, y'all.
Element, Donnie, goes through my head a whole lot around here.
I learned a really funny thing today about that movie. Apparently, the TV version, whenever John Goodman is destroying the Corvette, he says a lot of expletives. But in the TV version, it says, "You see what happens, Larry? This is what happens when you fight a man in the Alps." Because they needed two different words that started with F and A.
That's fantastic.
So they fight a man in the Alps.
A man in the Alps.
Those are the only two words they changed out of that whole
Using
thing.
that.
Right.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that's funnier.
So, you just came from the village. I want to reference, we plan on attending First Friday later this evening. Where did you want to go, Dana?
What?
First
The
Friday.
Tiki Bar.
Yes.
Because our great friend Mark Galabi is bartending at the Tiki Bar. So the other night, Alanna, do you want to tell about our experience at the Tiki Bar?
I wasn't there. I heard this secondhand.
Oh, that's true.
Wait, was Mark there?
Yes.
Mark was there. I
Fantastic.
said hello to Mark.
Was my sister still there?
Yes. Your sister hung out for a while.
Did she taste the terrible drinks?
I don't remember that.
Oh,
I was there by blood relation.
I didn't.
know we're
I'm
about
not
to.
saying who. I
'Cause
just.
I'm about
I heard the drinks
to.
at the Tiki Bar are terrible, and they get mad if you steal cups.
Well,
There's shade
Still
Okay,
cups,
this
of course they
and
do.
controversy.
It's called stealing.
So he had.
Generally, stealing makes people
If you're
angry.
gonna steal your signature cups, you should plan for
It was
that.
like the signature one. It was like the yellow cup. Stolen
Look.
by our dear friend Kate Mitchell.
If they're signature cups,
Goodness.
if they're signature cups, you got to factor in that somebody's going to want one.
Mortified. But what we found out is that Mark had a list of recipes on the wall behind the bar, and your friend Johnny was like, "Hey, drinks on me. Let him try out a few
Oh,
things."
Johnny, the door guy. I know
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
He gave me anti-anxiety medication once.
That's very nice.
It was.
That also seems like throwing him under the bus.
Audio marker 1. We are deleting that little piece.
So Mark tried out a few drinks, and they were terrible. They were terrible.
Oh, no.
There was one that he swears was a Bahama Mama, but it was like a chocolate lime thing. And every time he gave us something, we would take it out and we would say, "Are you sure?"
It was a Krabby Daddy.
I love you, pal, but
The recipe. And I said,
stick
"I
with
don't think
insomnia cookies, please.
That's a wrong recipe.
so." I'm all for going to the tiki bar and giving him another chance, but I got to tell you, night one was rough.
Well, I
Stick
appreciate
with
the
gin
heads
and
up.
tonics.
Hey, you got to work through the
No,
kinks.
You actually, we have a story. You cannot safely drink a gin and tonic from third floor or associated.
Yes.
This is a lot of shade getting thrown around.
There's a lot of things.
They will
Okay.
not sponsor.
I should
So
state I
our-
still enjoy these establishments.
Our first date, which I didn't know was a date until after, was at third floor cantina.
Wow.
Good
What?
job.
You didn't know it was a wait. Hold on. You didn't think that was a date?
Back up.
Why do you think I asked you to go to open mic night with me, where I was going to go sing?
No, this
Alone.
is what happened. It was a Sunday, and I was your boss at the time.
Yeah.
And you were lingering after work,
Lurking.
like you.
Lurking.
Because I wanted to talk to
I
you.
know,
Because you're hot.
I know.
Nice
So then we went and
recovery.
got food, and then I remembered so we went to RX Pizza, we got food, and we got drinks, and then I remembered that I had to be here at the theater.
That's
to
right.
Film the thing that I choreographed for the telethon, the Lion King thing.
Yeah, I remember coming to that.
He had to drive me. I was drunk.
I was kind of sauced up too. I'm not gonna lie. We
Good.
drank a bit at RX.
Anyways, he was saying that there was an open mic night, and he was gonna go, and I said, okay, that sounds fun, and then we went together.
I fully planned on asking you earlier that day, but then you were like, "I have all this stuff I have to do," and I was like,
Anyways, I wasn't
Cool,
sure if
I'll
it was
just hang
weird or not.
around.
Turns out it was. We ordered gin and tonics at the bar, and he paid for them. And drinks there are not cheap.
No, they're not.
And I was his boss, so I knew exactly how much money he was making.
"Not much."
And these gin and tonics were disgusting. It tasted like saline solution. It was horrendous. Okay, well, back up a little bit. We ordered gin and tonics, and the girl goes, "I'm new. I don't know how to make those." And I was like,
It's a gin and tonic.
The recipe is in
The
the
recipe
name.
is
like-
the name. The recipe is the name. And then there was this random drunk man at the bar who was like, "Oh yeah, that's that. Pour that in there." This like random bottle on the counter. And I said, "I don't." But I don't work here. I don't know. It was disgusting. But I drank the whole thing because
Because
a
pretty boy bought her a drink.
I don't know. I'm not gonna not drink it.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure it was just tonic water. It was a tall glass,
It
too.
was salty.
Always get a double. I always get a double, and then I got a double of, well, a quadruple, I guess, of just tonic water.
Anyways, gin and tonics are not.
It was disgusting. There was a lime in
Well,
there, but
it's
I
good
didn't
for
know.
Radiation. I think it's
Well-
got quinine in it. So you're good.
When Mike took me out there the other night, the old fashions were great.
Ugh,
They're dirty martinis.
I hate old fashions so
I
much.
got lit.
Same.
I got
Not
I
good.
got silly because I showed up like just dying of thirst. What was I doing before that? Yeah, Santa's Wonderland.
Dude,
yeah, I
it's
came right
November
from Santa's
or December,
Wonderland. Yeah, that's true.
Wonderland.
It
And-
was the night before preview, right?
It's something.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Lord.
yeah.
Oh
And
yes,
so-
and I said no.
Oh
not
yeah, because I had a
coming.
terrible headache the all-day preview party.
I'm glad I didn't go.
No, so I show up and I'm just like dying of thirst because, of course, Santa's Wonderland. It's Christmas time and it's got to be 80 degrees outside. That otherwise it's not Texas Christmas.
Texas,
I guess.
baby.
So yeah, I show up and I'm like dying of thirst and Mike's like, whatever you want, man, whatever you want, because he's like the best. And so I get an old fashioned and he gets one too, and then I like just pound mine. I'm like, bam, and I'm like, I can't hear anything you're saying. Can we go somewhere else? And so he's like, yeah, but I've got like 2/3 of my glass here. You want to finish it? And I go, bam, slam that
Oh,
one
my
back
gosh.
too. And then we go to another
Rodney, you
bar, and
monster.
drink another cocktail. And yeah, so it was. Yeah, I had a rough day the next day. It was rough.
Yeah.
Rod's an animal.
I know I was on my computer until 3, almost 4 in the morning, and y'all were still texting.
That's
Yeah.
cute.
That is adorable.
Mike's my bruh.
Why don't you text me at 3 in the morning, Rod?
Well, buy me drink, give me liquored up like Mike does.
Look, Rod, I've given you plenty of hearty conversations. Okay, that doesn't warrant a 3 a.m. text.
All right. So,
All right, well,
All right.
All right, drop it there.
Anyway,
Moving forward.
okay, so you two are both returning guests to Diva Dad.
Yeah.
What was your experience like the first time around?
I don't remember which of the dads was here. That I know Rodney was here.
yeah,
I
I was physically present.
don't think you were here at all.
No, you
We're
weren't.
on?
I don't think. No, I don't think so.
I think we record. I think I recorded it with just the 4 of us.
Oh, we did. Yeah, we did. We did have the Letterman
job.
jackets. Okay, so I guess you all were there.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of letter jackets, I have a question for people that are like
Subtitle of the season.
in tune with fashion. All right, so like letter jackets are like making a comeback, right? Like big lettered, like varsity jacket
Are
kind of
they?
things. Yeah, yeah, totally,
Okay.
totally.
I'm in.
TikTok tells me so. See, that was going to be my question: is it now acceptable to wear your high school letter jacket? Because I feel like that is
I can't.
completely unacceptable unless it's your like parents, right? Like it's not cool to wear your own letter jacket like 10 years after you graduated.
Hey, Coco.
Yeah, if it's your parents' letter jacket from like the 70s, that's dope. Yeah.
Derailing.
Ooh, the varsity sweater with the
It's like the rail.
clean.
We might
So
have this
clean.
Conversation later.
Oh yeah, we should just have area mics. Just make the whole room hot. Coco, you want to be on?
See, this is what happens when we have Aaron on the show.
Anyways.
I'm sorry.
Do y'all remember how Aaron's episode ended?
It was
I don't.
a cliffhanger.
It was a cliffhanger.
Because
We were talking about
ran
shows
out
that I like.
I ran out of space on my disc, I think.
Look, I was really tired.
Goodbyes. I got a phone call.
Oh Lord, I do remember how it ended.
Yeah, and I thought, oh, why is this parent in Willy Wonka calling me at like 11:30 at night?
Oh no.
It's the first parent with the COVID case.
Mm-mm.
I remember
I was
Yeah.
I was so tired.
Very sad ending to your
That was a
episode
sad
there. Sorry.
ending.
I had just finished my like very big Topo Chico hard seltzer too after a show or something like that. I think it was the first weekend of
It
shows.
was the first weekend.
Yeah, that's right.
Going into the first Sunday.
Yeah.
So I
Because
was
I was filling in for David.
yeah, that was funny.
As
I think my favorite comedic delivery in that entire show was when you shook my hand and you shook my hat down my head. I couldn't get David to hold on to my hand for more than half a second. But yeah, I was very tired after the show, and I had just finished that very tall Topo Chico, and we were like, "All right, cool, we'll take a break for a second because you got a phone call, and it was
And then,
a whole lot of things happened, and then I fell asleep."
and then we canceled shows.
Yeah, I remember what we were talking about though.
We were talking about podcasts. at the end.
podcasts.
Yeah, we were talking about podcasts that I like, and we also talked about what was it, my top 5 shows or whatever, musicals. I remember I said Spider-Man into the Turn Off the Dark because I wanted to see it. I was in New York when it was on Broadway, but we went and saw Newsies instead. Rudder High School went and saw it.
The original Green Goblin is the person who plays Hades in Hadestown.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's how.
I don't know who that is. I also just want to hear that U2 music.
It's fun.
Is it?
It's got you.
I mean, it's U2.
you too.
Specifically Bono, but like I'm sure the rest of U2 did something. I'm sure the Edge does whatever the Edge does. I don't know.
What's the other two guys' names?
Not the Edge and not Bono. They didn't give themselves cool nicknames.
100%.
The guy with blonde hair, and then the other guy.
The drummer and the bassist. That's usually how it goes. Poor guys.
I agree with Adrian.
So you're helping behind the scenes a bit now.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
helping behind the scenes a bit now.
Yeah.
Would you like to discuss that a little bit?
Sure. I'm choreographing.
Well, I wasn't talking about choreographing, but okay.
What are you talking about?
Like our website and stuff.
Oh,
no, that's
behind the
boring.
scenes.
That was vague.
Alanna did our website.
Yeah,
I did the
our
website.
website redesign is fantastic.
And it looks great. Yeah.
That's my girlfriend.
Oh,
she
yeah,
does
see.
stuff. And it looks good.
Yay.
It does look good. I really like the opening splash banner is the show that the three of us were all together
That's
in the
true.
same one.
What?
And the guy on the
Was Mike
far
in that
right is
show?
hot.
Is it me?
What show is it?
Totally me.
Oh.
My
I
Fair
will
Lady.
say,
Oh,
What other show were we all together in at the beginning?
Fiddler on the Roof.
Mamma Mia.
That wasn't our first
Oh,
show.
that was one of the funniest things ever in a Diva Dad show. Was Adrian Rao asking you what was our first show, and you went, "Mamma Mia," like because you had no idea. That was fantastic.
Mamma Mia,
Yeah.
he has no idea.
No,
Classic.
It was 2 years before
But
Mamma Mia. Okay.
So what was your first show with Adrian Rao?
Come on, dude.
I really think we were in Sweeney Todd together.
You did it.
Thank
Yay!
Wow.
Mike remembers.
Come on, dude. Even I knew that.
So we have When Kate Cries. We're gonna have Does Mike
I didn't know
Remember?
that.
That's what. Does Mike
That's
remember? Okay. No, seriously.
Somebody write a jingle.
Website, fantastic.
yeah,
Thank
one of my
you.
favorite things about that was one, getting access to just a plethora of show photos. There's
Mm-hmm.
so many. And also, being able to just put myself on the website as much as possible, just
Yeah.
finding every gorgeous picture of myself
Yeah.
that Alan Bryant took and putting it on the website.
That was my favorite
Okay.
little game. She would show me updates on the page, and I'd try to find where she was. It was
So I have
pretty
a
cute.
question for you guys. The Wedding Singer. Are there no cast photos for this? Like a big.
Yes, but here's the thing. Alan takes photos, and then when he has time, he will edit and upload them. It's
Okay, but-
not an immediate thing.
Right, but it just seems that another show was posted before this show, and
Yes.
that's why I was asking because
Oh,
maybe
like a cast photo, not just
yes,
like show photos?
yes, like the cast photo.
Let me check.
I never saw it, and whenever I asked their group, someone had a smart comment, Dalton, and it was like, "Bruh," and I'm like, "Well, I don't know. I'm asking a question. Just somebody answer a
Bruh.
real answer." Yeah, clearly, I'm
I know
very
we took
forgettable
them.
when you talk
You
crap.
stood, we stood next to each other in the
I
cast
know,
photo.
I know it was taken.
gonna be
but
on
I
Watch
couldn't find
Mojo.
it.
I haven't seen that one. Now that I
That
think about it,
bread.
I haven't.
I've got a space on my wall. Oh, jeez.
Diva Point.
Ding, ding,
I
ding.
got a space in my wall.
Diva Point.
Who doesn't? You're not a true artist if you don't.
Alanna, is this the first show that you've taken on to choreograph like at large?
The whole thing.
Yes, it's very scary. That's why I'm doing it with my sister. I wouldn't do it if she wasn't helping me.
How's that going?
It's good.
that going?
What?
So don't forget to talk into your mic, Dana.
I'm talking to my mic.
It's good. We work really well together. We also fight really well together.
Awesome.
We got into a little spat in the lobby earlier, and she came out 10 minutes later and said, "I'm sorry."
Do you usually hold out and wait for her, or is it a mutual thing? You just
It
if you
depends
know
on
that
who's
you're,
wrong, because there's always one
Yeah.
of us who's wrong.
That's what.
I've been wrong.
Alanna,
Not often.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
This is
Who's-
fantastic.
Who's
I'm not gonna.
more
answer this question.
efficient
Oh.
at getting on your nerves? Aaron or Aaron?
Wait, I know. Aaron.
See, because I think it's
More
Aaron.
efficient? We'll
Yeah.
see.
Not necessarily who's better, but who's more efficient. Like who gets the job done
You guys
quicker?
have two different tactics. Aaron just like bombards me with things that irritate me.
It's true.
Like it's just lots and lots and lots of little things. And Aaron,
He's a slow burn.
yes.
Is it?
And
Yes.
it's usually big.
It's a slow burn, and then there's like a machete that slices through. And I'm like,
Cut
I'm
that
done.
tension with a knife.
That's fantastic.
That's good to know. I gotta up
More
my
efficient?
game.
I don't know. Probably my sister.
I have always been more for the long game in annoying my personal sisters, the sisters that I was born related to. You know, I don't know why I said it like that.
I don't either. That was
Ooh,
weird.
I have a question.
Youngest child
Okay.
things. For me?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, is there anything in our new season that you have thought you might audition for?
Yeah. I thought about auditioning for Wizard of Oz, but I wanted to be present for this season of School of Rock because we're doing some cool stuff, and I like that job, and I missed a bunch of time doing Willy Wonka, so I wanted to be able to give them my attention for this one. But I don't know. I kind of like me some Sondheim.
Mm-hmm.
God.
It just sounds wacky enough for me.
does.
Brandon really wants me to play in Head Over Heels to play guitar on that, so I might do that too.
So you're just glossing over the sore subject?
It is a sore subject.
Look, I don't want to talk about it. Okay.
His older sister's wedding
this-
is the same day as opening night of Newsies.
I'm not. No, look,
And she won't move it for us.
it's not. That's not the problem. Okay. It's just.
It is the
It's
problem.
just. It's just that's the problem. Okay. It's just that I
She won't watch this either.
love this musical, and the thing is, she was the one who showed me the musical,
Yeah.
and
She should understand and move her seat.
she had the unmitigated gall to plan her wedding an entire year in advance before this date came out, and it still be the opening show date. Like, of all days, it couldn't have been like the last dress rehearsal or something.
Or like a matinee.
A matinee.
Where is the wedding?
Awesome.
Not here.
That's not too
Hours
bad,
away.
though.
I love my sister and her fiance. They're both great. She's kind of
It's
a
okay, Aaron,
dork,
they're not
but
watching.
that's fine. I can slander her. She won't hear this. I'm kidding. No, it's fine. It'll be beautiful. There'll be beer provided by family, friends, brew house, so I won't be too mad.
Yeah.
This is now an ad for the Dodging Duck.
Hey,
in New Braunfels,
if you're ever in
Texas.
Bernie,
Dodging
Texas, go to the
Duck.
Dodging
Right
Duck.
there.
It's
Oh,
in,
it's
in
so good.
Bernie, Texas. Go to the Dodging Duck.
Bernie.
Tell the Moors that Aaron Wanneberger sent you.
My
Keith
secret
and
red
Chandra.
light.
There's some real stand-up people.
So, since Aaron was on the episode, we have another family member of yours that is now involved in the theater.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Your dad
Well,
joined the board.
yeah. My dad is on the board, and my mom is just asking me for stuff that she can do now, and I'm like,
Hey,
don't ask
We got
me.
things.
Heck yeah,
I've
man.
done one show. You probably know more than me.
Alanna, same question. What shows are you most excited about this season?
All of them. I still really haven't narrowed it down. I really want to do Newsies. I think that I'm honestly most excited for Titanic because the music sounds really difficult.
Yes.
I also feel like it's going to be a very aesthetically over the top beautiful show. I feel like that's a real opportunity for some of our designers to just go crazy.
Go off.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah. That's a really beautiful show. There is a production at the Hale Center where they, so the Hale Center is this really mega community theater, but in Salt Lake City, so they have a ton of money. They flooded their stage. I don't know how.
It's like in the movie Sing.
Yeah.
What?
That-
Rod knows what I'm talking
yeah.
about. Thank you,
Yes,
Rod.
that did happen.
You got 4 people in the room.
What did I
Look,
do?
okay, you know what? What is that studio called? What's that studio called?
Pixar?
Illumination Studio.
Illumination, yeah.
The Minions studio.
Yeah.
They make a lot of garbage.
But they make
And
some good
honestly,
stuff.
Sing may not even be that good, but it has Matthew McConaughey in it and
Yeah.
Taron Egerton, and I love both of them.
Yeah.
So
Ooh.
also has what's her name? Oh, she sings.
Trying so hard.
Oh, it's not Jordan Sparks. No, what's her name? Jennifer Hudson?
Jennifer Hudson, yeah.
She sings a Beatles song, and it's magnificent.
Oh yeah, she blows it out of the water.
Golden Slumbers. Anyway,
Oh.
sorry.
This isn't Sing or Sing 2.
Sing. I have not seen the second one. It looks like pretty bad.
It does.
It
there's
looks-
definitely
it looks dumb.
It's like first movie ever, but then we saw the preview and we both thought meh.
Nah, go take him to see Boss Baby 2. Girl Boss Baby.
Oh my gosh.
The Boss Baby universe has exploded. There's like a TV show. There's
Why do you know this?
look, okay.
I don't even.
I know
The
you're
podcasts I listen to go on to some silly tangents sometimes
like
because
this one.
they're like pop culture podcasts. So they
like this one.
like what?
Like this one.
Like this one. Yeah, exactly. I'm just trying to bring that energy to.
I do not have any questions. I think it's time to move to another guest. Actually, we're so glad that you guys
Hates
came.
us. If you hate me, just say that.
I don't hate you.
Next.
I don't hate you. I'm just worried about time.
With so much drama
Yeah,
in
we love y'all
TTC,
so much.
it's kind
And
of
y'all
hard
already had
being
an
Snoop
episode.
D-O double G.
All right.
That was a really good Snoop Dogg reference that y'all just missed.
We'll catch it. We'll catch it on
In that
replay.
case,
I'm
Thank
kind
y'all
of mad.
for so much for coming.
Anyway, thanks for having us.
Y'all are the best.
Mike was really nice.
Words of wisdom, let it be.
Wow.
Mike, sit down here until
you
we
are
get another
laughing at
guest.
his daddest of dad jokes. You're wrong for that. Come on. I know.
So bad. All right.
Have a seat, Mike.
All right, we're having a quick segue. Mike, tell us the story. It's a door. It's a door.
All right, there was this one time that there were 3 dads, and they came together magically at a theater, and they tried out this one evening. And it was amazing because all 3 of them made the 3 dads in Mamma Mia.
All right, so we'd like to welcome our next guest.
Wow.
Who is our next guest?
Is there an ending to this?
We have
Who would like to go next?
Nicole
We have 1 or 2.
or Dalton.
I think Nicole should come up.
Nicole.
Yay, Nicole.
Nicole.
So,
You can just scoot that back.
Good thing I had you sit down, Mike. Mike, can you just sit behind her like you were sitting behind? But you can take the mic. But don't yank it.
no, I'm good. I don't
No,
need a
sit
mic.
behind her.
Cool.
Hi, Nicole.
Hi.
No, take the mic.
So good.
You look lovely today.
Thank you. Someone. I went
That's-
to work today, and one of the nurses
That
at
that
the
mic has
hospital
the
was like,
shortest cord on
You
it.
look like you should live in New York. And I
see
was,
this real quick?
oh,
Want to share that story?
Sorry, we have some technical something as or others.
Give the orange one to her and give the
Did you
give.
turn this off? Yeah. Aaron? Yeah. Awesome. Mike. Give that to Mike. Wait, where's yours?
I gave
He
it
gave
to
it to
him.
Mike.
Okay.
She gave it to Mike.
We're good.
Hi, Nicole.
All right, Nicole.
You look lovely today.
Thanks.
Tell me, it's a door.
It's a very squeaky door.
It is. Why are you so dressed up today?
This was just like, it's been a long week. I was on call, and then also auditions were this week, so stress. And so also my son auditioned, which is his first audition ever, and he's not going to watch this, so I can say this: he wasn't very good. And but it was his first time. It was his first time
hard.
ever
It's
auditioning,
hard.
and he was terrified that people were going to like laugh at him or things. And I have been nervous at every audition I've ever done.
They're terrifying.
But compound that by like 4,500,000 million for when your kid is auditioning.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was just like, and then I didn't want to be that mom. I didn't want to be like, Charles, raise your hand, do the thing, jump, because it would embarrass him. But also because I was like, but also my friends are watching. So, but he took it like a champ. When he came home, he was like, did I make it? And I was like, you didn't make it this time. And he's like, I know. And he's like, and I was like, but what? I got really great advice from Cynthia Bradford. And I was like, how do I manage this? Like, especially because I did get cast. And so I was like, that could be awful. And she was like, just ask him what he saw, like what he would want to do if he could do it again. And so he like had some really good points. He was like, I wasn't as loud as I should be. And he was like, I need to research it too, because we're terrible parents and we haven't let him watch Wizard of Oz.
I think that's okay. It might be.
That's all right.
It's a little
depending
scary,
on your age.
right? And so he found some really great things that he could work on. And he's like, I need to research. I need to be braver. I need to be louder.
Oh.
And I was like, okay. And then he's like, Mommy, can you buy us some books so we can practice at home? So now we have books on the way from Amazon. We're going to be doing little plays at home. And that's going to be brilliant. So it was like a crazy week, but also I was on call for work, which means I have to go out to the ER in the middle of the night.
Oh my gosh.
And so, but then I also have to be to work at regular time the next day too. And so it's just been a little crazy. And I like woke up and I was like, I'm going to be pretty today. And then I went to work and one of the nurses was like, you look like you should be like in New York right now. And I was like,
Love that.
you're my favorite person. What can I buy you later? So that's all.
If you
Just
think
works
he's
today.
ready to watch Wizard of Oz, wait a few more years before you ever show him Return to Oz.
Oh, yeah,
gosh,
no, with the
that's
heads and the
horrifying.
thing.
Oh, yeah, with little
Like-
Firuza Balk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Is that the one with
I'm still traumatized,
Zoe?
and I don't even remember what the
That's
plot
Labyrinth?
is.
Yeah.
Zoe Deschanel? Isn't that?
It's
Is she
Firuza Balk. No, it's Firuza Balk.
Well, then what's the one that she's in?
Zoe Deschanel? Mm-hmm. She's in a production of The Wizard of
Yeah,
Oz.
something.
500 Days of Summer.
Also, oh no, Return to Oz.
Rachel Weisz.
Also, though, is David Case one of the 7 viewers?
No.
Nah,
Okay,
I doubt it.
so everybody gets to be in on this. Okay,
Okay.
so I watched him in Elf. He was amazing.
He was,
But I was
definitely.
also like, I know this name, I know this name, I know this name. Then I'm working on what we call pre-screen at work, and a GI consult pops up, gastroenterology, and David Case pulls up, and I was like, oh, I know how I know him. He's a doctor. Doctors do theater. It's great. So then I'm like talking about how I'm in Wizard of Oz, and the nurses should come see. And I was like, you know who's Scarecrow? Dr. Case.
Love it.
Dr. Case
That's
is Scarecrow.
fantastic.
And nobody knows this at the hospital, right?
Oh my gosh.
And so I was like, don't you dare tell him I told you. Everybody, shh. I'll get you the flyers when they come out. You all come to see me. Come to see me. As a jitterbug, I'm going to be dancing and booty popping. But afterwards, when there's a line outside, you all bombard him. Every nurse, wear your scrubs, have your name badges, and be like, Dr. Case. So nobody tell him here either. This is the plan. And I'm like, I'm
He is
recruiting everyone.
Definitely not watching.
Definitely not.
And the nurses too were like, oh, but like we work these shifts, and I was like, oh no, there's multiple weekends, multiple
make it.
times. You're gonna have a time available, so it's gonna be a lot of nurses are gonna be coming.
Love that.
So, Nicole, how did you find us, and what was your first show?
So my first show was Big the Musical.
Yay.
I need to try on the Barney suit again and
I
dance
can tell
around
you
in
where
that.
it is.
We'll make a TikTok. And so
I also have Baby Bop now.
Really? When
so we
did
can do a
that show
TikTok
up?
together.
Yes, Meg bought it during COVID so that we could do TikToks, and then they moved.
Oh, that's sad. So how I found out, we've already had a shout out to this person. Becky Dixon was like, "Oh, you did theater in high school? You should join us. You should come do this." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't know if I have time. I don't know if I have time." And then she like pulled me aside and was like, "Hey, Big the Musical is really looking for some additional women. You should come try out." And I literally like filled out the paperwork, and like even right before my name got called, I was like, maybe I'm just gonna sneak out of here because I'm so scared. And I auditioned, and I can't remember. I said I was singing a song, and then I named the wrong show.
Oh,
I don't remember
Because
if you did.
I was that scared, and I sang a cappella too because I wasn't really prepared at all. And then I sat down, and someone next to me was like, "You said the wrong show. It's actually from this one." And I was like, "Shut up! I'm already scared."
You could probably make a few guesses as to who did that.
And then on the thing, it was like, "Who do you want to be?" And I was like, "Secretary." I don't know anything about the show, but I put down secretary because I knew that was like a female part. And then that's what I got.
I know. And then tell us about how your husband appeared in the show.
My husband is so shy and so sweet and so smart and handsome, all the things. And he didn't know that he was going to be in the show. So as the secretary, there's this whole backstory where I'm engaged, and pretty much instead of working, I'm just planning my wedding, like pulling out all the things during one of the songs about how stupid this secretary is.
Taylor has a legitimate song called My Secretary's in Love, and it was all about Nicole.
Yes. And like I'm pulling out flowers, I'm putting on lipstick. Well, so of course to start the song, I needed to have like a picture of a human to like kiss. Like I had lipstick, and we put the lipstick print on and it's my husband's like big picture of my husband.
It's
and
like a work photo, like a very official, yeah.
Yes, like it's like a government status photo headshot.
It's still in the prop room.
He needs to appear in more shows.
It's up there.
More shows.
We'll hang him
And
on the
so
wall
I
of the
kiss it.
house of the show.
And I roll it around, and there it is. There's his picture, and you can see it from the audience. So the first show he comes to, he's like, why am I in this? But then he also showed up to several of the productions. Not as many as My Fair Lady. My Fair Lady, I think he came almost every night. But he showed up to a lot of big. And yes, his photo remains with us.
Yeah, it's somewhere in the prop room.
That was our first show with you, Rodney and I.
Yeah.
Yes, actually, fun fact about the Diva dads. All three were in My Fair Lady prior to Mamma
I
Mia.
do have a question about that.
Okay.
Since you bring that up. Even with like heavy makeup and stuff like that, do you think you could have passed for the mom of Diva Dana or Diva Rodney?
No.
They got cast as Freddie Einsford Hill.
Can he have a diva point for that?
Yeah.
He's like, so I'm going to ask a question to Nicole, but I want to make sure it's about me.
Don't talk. Because
Diva burn.
Diva point.
yeah, so
That's the Diva burn. That's the
so
Diva
because I'm doing this live, I don't have all the audio stuff set up correctly. So all that they see in here is Diva burn, and we're all back here cutting up, and they don't hear that. So all good. What, don't you have a Diva burn? What number is Diva burn?
B for burn.
B?
Diva burn.
A.
Diva point.
What's the pearly moment?
D.
Early moment.
I didn't hear that one.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Okay, sorry.
It's funny that I remember that because the last time I tried to use it, I'd never hit the
you
right.
get everyone wrong.
Never hit the right button.
So also, let's point out here that my first two shows, I was cast as someone's mom. And my first show, it was like a 13-year-old, and I was like, I'm not old enough to
Jackson, right? You were Jackson's mom.
Yes,
Baby
and then I bonded with
Jackson.
Christy Petty because we were both
Yes.
his mom, and he's real grown
so
now.
grown
Isn't he a
up.
senior?
Yes,
I don't
he's
like that
he's like
at all.
a real
He's
adult.
a junior. He's
Junior or is he senior?
He's got a cute little
he is a
girlfriend.
senior.
no, because
Yes,
are you
and
kidding?
he's-
Do you know how crazy Christy would be if he was actually a senior?
No,
He's
you're
g-
right.
Yeah, he's a junior. Yeah.
Level up.
But
basket
He's old
case
enough
there.
to be a senior, but she held him back. She held him back. He didn't start kindergarten until he was like 8 because Christy couldn't let him go to school.
That does not
She's
surprise me.
crazy.
And I know she
She
doesn't
loves
watch
him
unless
so
she's on it,
much.
so.
And he's like a grown man now. So anyway, I was like, I could not be a 13-year-old's mother. No. And then I did the math, and I was like, okay, actually, I could. Some of my friends have 13-year-olds.
But also, we didn't have a lot of adult women in
Right.
the show.
But I do look kind of younger than I am.
Yeah.
I'm turning 35 this month.
No.
Yes, January 20th coming up.
the day.
35. And sometimes people are like, "So are you in your 20s?" So I was like, "Okay, but I could have feasibly been Jackson's actual mother if I had had a baby right at 18, right?" And so I was like, "Oh, but that will never happen again." And then how old were you in My Fair Lady?
He barely remembers.
He
this.
doesn't want anyone to know because that might
Like 29
change the
again,
roles
right?
we get.
29 again plus a couple years. We
He's
won't
like,
make you.
well, I don't want to get kicked out of
And
rent.
so
I
then I
can't
got
tell you how old I am. I may have lied on my audition form.
So then I got cast as
Equitable
his
actor.
mom. His mom. And I was like, okay, for real though, I was younger than him. We will say that. I was younger than he was. And then I was like, okay, I made up this whole backstory that I was like his stepmom.
Whoa.
And then I was
Whoa.
like his dad had either been widowed or divorced and was
married
like
for the money.
went
Yes.
after like the young girl, right? And then we get to dress rehearsals and Adrian's like, more gray in her hair, put more wrinkles on your face. And I was like, no, they're trying to make me ugly. But back to your real question. I don't know. I mean, maybe after I'm 35, I can pass as their mom. I'll have to audition for another show to find out.
No, I mean, and he looks young, he acts young, he's just a child.
Yeah, but they did add a lot of makeup to make me be able to be his
And
mom.
My Fair Lady, like, big time.
And what was fun about My Fair Lady is I was the mom and I was super snobby and terrible, and Richard Pine came through the line afterwards. Roger.
Yeah, Roger.
Edit
he doesn't
that.
watch the show either.
Definitely
Yes,
doesn't watch.
yes. So
He has
Roger
his own
Pine came
segment,
through,
but he's
and I've
not on
never
the
done a
show.
show with Roger Pine, so I don't feel too bad that I got his name wrong. Sorry. But he came through the line, and he was like, "Your level of we're gonna change it from the B word to snobbery was super believable," and I was like, "I'm so complimented right now." But what was really fun about that was I was the snobby lady, and then I switched costumes completely, and I became this young, like looked like I was like 18-year-old blonde curly
For
wig.
Ascot, wasn't it?
Huh?
For Ascot, right?
For
Ascot
the
Yeah.
Getting married in the morning.
yes, and like all of a sudden I became this like young person instead of this old person. That was kind of fun to switch between I was angry woman was the line that I had. And so that was fun to switch back between those two characters in My Fair Lady. And I was trying to remember
We had
Rodney
a great
and
photographer in that.
Diva point for him.
Yep.
So he did take a really great photo that still surfaces every once in a while. Anytime somebody
Diva Point.
photos, it resurfaces because they like it, because it is very good. I look very majestic.
You're welcome. I had a great subject, you know. So
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And I got a best friend out of that deal.
not me,
Dana's wife and I are besties.
not me.
But yeah, it was fun. So these three hadn't really connected during My Fair Lady. Their connection really
No,
came
they
with
actually hated each other
Diva.
backstage. There's lots
That
of stories
is
about
not true.
catfighting,
Catfight.
hiding
That
each
is
other's
not
health
true.
hats.
That
But
is
It
not
was
true.
really dramatic.
But
I do have some old texts with Rodney though, where we were talking crap about Mike. So there, that
Well,
is
he was the ultimate diva.
you know, on the street where you live, and he's just
So I was his mom. Dana and I were dance partners, and and we could never get the steps right, but we had a lot of
You
fun.
probably had him right.
We're like, which way
Ask
do we
Addie.
turn?
It's me all the time.
No, it ended up we did great in performances, but through the whole thing, I was like, we're never gonna get this. We're never gonna get this.
That's every partner
That
I
was
have.
great.
But it was
I'm getting
so
married
fun.
in the morning. That dance number. Solid.
And then I'm gonna need Rodney to do his strawberry tart bit.
Ooh, strawberry tart.
Favorite line of the show. Sorry to everybody else who was in it, but that just like took the cake every night for me.
I didn't know what a ham you were until that moment, and you were given like a little bit of an open door to do something, and then you immediately like burst that door open, and I was like, oh, this is what we're working with. Cool.
Yep.
Fantastic. So, what was your very first show ever that you've ever done?
Well, okay. So does it count if I was on like a drama club and we made up the entire story?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, so
Even more so.
sixth grade, our drama teacher, I don't know if they just didn't want to be involved or they didn't want to pick a show or whatever. They told us like, you write the plot, you pick the songs, you do the choreography. They did nothing. We did all the things. I don't remember what we called it. But there was one big scene where we did that thing from, now I'm going to forget the name. My best friend's wedding.
Say a little prayer for
Yes,
you.
say a little prayer for you.
Oh, my
And for
goodness.
some reason, we were all in nightgowns, like singing and doing our sixth grade choreography.
I love that.
It was beautiful.
It was glorious.
But my first, and then I was like too cool for drama for a minute because I don't know why. That was dumb of me. I should have spent more time doing that. But my first like official production, I was in Much Ado About Nothing.
Oh, that's my favorite.
As Hero.
Ooh.
And that was a beautiful reintroduction into the theater world.
I think that might be my favorite Shakespeare.
Yes.
Yeah.
So beautiful. And for some reason during that production, the boy and I were supposed to like kiss, but it was supposed to be a stage kiss because it was high school and it was in Utah and everybody was very like, you can't kiss. But for some reason, our mics like came together the perfect way, and it sounded like. And everybody made a huge deal about it. Moms were called, and we were both like, "It did not actually happen."
It was
but
church
everybody
tongue.
was
Church tongue.
church tongue.
Where is that from? Why do I know?
The wedding
The
singer.
wedding
Wedding
singer.
singer. Oh yeah, that's right.
Like
That's
just
right.
church tongue.
I would have known that. I would have known that.
Were you even in the Wedding Singer?
Bruh.
Is your mic on?
My mic's probably not on.
There's no switch. I'm messing. Oh my gosh.
Any questions for the? Do you have a Dear Daddy question?
Just the way you say it's so creepy.
I don't know if I have a daddy
I
question. Can
used
we
to
open this
solicit
peanut-
questions from like our 7 listeners and then just surprise them with it on the show.
Yeah.
It got
those were
weird.
fun.
I think.
We had
Some of
weird
them were
questions.
good. You know,
Some of them,
were
I don't know
just-
why you would think we would have an answer to.
Yeah,
Like,
there
Yeah.
was.
why would what would you put on your online dating
Yes, that's it.
profile?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
like.
how
No
do you-
idea.
How
I've
do
never
you-
had to do
How do you
that.
date people in this time of COVID? That's if I know.
I don't know. I have a wife.
I don't know.
They're like,
don't.
they're like, thankfully, we all are already with someone.
I sit here at this desk all day at work, and then I do diva dads at this stupid same desk, and I don't go out and meet
Way to
people.
make it about you.
Yeah.
None of us do. Think about it. We didn't do nothing.
Your life was so sad.
But we're
But
all
you
good
started
now.
Anyways.
a whole show.
We did start a whole show.
We did.
And
It's
increased our
productive.
viewership to 7.
That's right. 7.
From 2 to
So
7.
I have something I would like Rodney to talk about, because I think sometimes people really get into this mindset that like once you've been in a lead role or once you've starred in something, like you just have it and it's just perfect every time and you love it.
Ooh,
So I
interesting.
want to hear a little bit about your experience with auditions with Wizard of Oz,
Ooh,
we kind of
interesting.
been talking about that today, and
Yeah.
I like for people to kind of see that realness from
Yeah.
a diva dad, even who should be extra sassy.
Even.
He is.
Yeah. So this audition process was crazy because, first of all, I haven't auditioned in a while. The
Diva
last
point.
audition that I did, yeah, go ahead and give me a point or two, because
Diva point.
but it was like video auditions. I don't know if that should really count because you know how many. Yeah, but
it doesn't count.
yeah, because you can do it so many times.
Right. So you can record it, you can practice a lot, and you don't have a live audience
Yeah,
watching you.
exactly.
So it doesn't.
So I don't
It
really
doesn't
think
cause
it
as much
counts.
nerves.
Um,
Maybe. I've never done one.
So the last like live audition that I did was for Little Shop, and so that was like 2 years ago. Everything else I was either precast or
Point.
yeah. Well,
Like I was so
it's not
important.
my fault.
I was so
That's-
important. I just made it
Diva
in.
point.
I just pushed
Sorry,
all the
my-
buttons. I don't know.
My
which
shawl
one it is.
fell down. I had to adjust. Sorry.
Point.
Oh my god.
But this audition was, I kind of came in really cocky and confident on this audition because, you know how people get in your head and they're like, oh, you'd be perfect as this. And so,
Don't listen to anybody
yeah,
ever.
and those people are terrible. But so I went in with a lot of like confidence. And first audition was fine. I got lost in the music as it happens from time to time, and it didn't go like I wanted it to. But it was like fine. Thought I did fine.
What are you not saying?
Nothing.
What am I not saying? That
I mean, just talk.
I got lost in the
He was
music.
stifling something. I
Yeah,
know.
he's
Why are
about
you
to throw
interrupting
me
him?
under the bus. But callbacks were like,
A cage match.
yeah, it was crazy. Like all of the people in my group. So there was also this thought in my head as I was going, because something that Rob told us. You remember when Rob told us that he could go one of two
Don't quit
ways
your day
with
job?
he
Yeah,
also
he told us that too.
But But
if you haven't seen that episode with Rob, it's fantastic. Where he tells us basically just don't quit your day
probably
job.
the best episode.
But he said it in the nicest way.
the
possible.
nicest way. But he said he could have gone one of two ways with the dads. He could have either gone younger or, I guess, much older, like he did with us. But he could have done that with the whole cast. Like he could have made Donna younger. He could have made Sophie younger. He could have made everybody younger. And because he had that kind of level, but then we showed up and we just kind of had this like chemistry that wasn't there with other people. It wasn't that we were better. Yeah, chemistry. We're bro love.
Little bromance going on.
So much, bro.
It's from a show. They don't get the reference.
My shawl is giving me grief. But and I was thinking about this show. Definitely, it could have gone so many different ways, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I am still shaken. I was telling Nicole about this earlier. I said I'm still shaken about the callback situation because I lost all of my confidence. I lost all of my like, I've got this, or this, I was made for this role, or whatever.
No
Lost
one is
it all.
made for any role.
Yeah, and so, well, I don't know. Lotta Lord was made for me, I think.
No.
Yeah. But anyway, it was.
What is that character from?
James and the Giant Peach.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Well, I saw the show. I just don't remember the name. Sorry. Go ahead.
Proof.
Landlord, if you were looking at his photos.
Yeah, landlord.
Because autocorrect.
Autocorrect. But yeah, it shook me, and you're gonna have to like work it out of me because I've got like some mental
Rodney,
blocks.
get over it.
Yeah, nah, thanks, air director. So yeah, it doesn't get easier.
No.
There's not like some magic wand about auditions. You're gonna have good ones. You're gonna have a lot of bad ones, and sometimes you'll still get great parts even with kind of either bad or middling kind of auditions as well. So, I guess the takeaway is keep doing it. So, because it's awesome.
Yeah. Well, and I told him to, like, I think something people need to remember, this might be my words of wisdom to people, is that we are our own worst critics,
Yes.
too. And, like, you're going to replay that maybe in your mind 500 times and be like, oh, I could have done this, I could have done that. But mostly people are just going to remember the good things that you did. They're going to be like, oh, she did great with this part, this part, this part. They're not really going to focus. Like, we focus on our worst, and other people tend to focus on our best.
Yeah.
Those are my words of wisdom.
Those are good words of wisdom.
What was the Water Boy where Rob Schneider's like, oh no, we suck again, right? So
You can do it.
That's the way I feel every time. It's like I'm like, man, I killed like the song, like I nailed my audition song, and then it's like dance time. Oh no, we suck again. There it goes, like the dance on. Okay, but that's okay because now we can read low. No, I suck again. Can we just go back to the song? But yeah, no, but you're right. Like you do it over and over, it doesn't get easy. I did bring it when we were at the audition. We were talking about the recording, the audition, doing it 5,000 times, and that in a way, this is way better to come in one and done it and go.
Sometimes,
and if you
too.
screw up, well, then you just dwell on it, and you don't have to redo it over and over again. You're done. You know, it's cool.
Yeah.
I like live much better.
I do too. Those video auditions are the worst. It's time consuming. It's awkward. No one, because like, you know that it's like their 100th take or whatever it is. It's terrible.
Yeah. Well, and then too, and this is some prep that we did with Charles, is like you are going to make mistakes in a live thing, and it's more about what you do with those mistakes. Like, do you sit and pout? Do you get mad? Or do you like move on and jump onto something else? During the dance thing, if you mess up a step, you just do the next one even bigger and better.
Because there is something, again, always to be said, big mistakes. Because people that are bold, then make the mistakes, that is something that you can at least see rather than people hiding or scared. But yeah.
Was it Charlesy that did the British accent as the
As
guard?
the guard?
Yes.
That was
Bold
genius.
choices, bold
Genius.
choices.
Fantastic. Yes.
Yeah. No, auditions are never fun. They're never easy. This one was really, really, really hard. But the other thing, you always have to, because we had a few people who are very scared to audition, and you have to have the conversation with yourself or with someone else. What is the absolute worst thing that can happen here?
Yeah.
What is the worst thing that can happen?
They're all gonna laugh at you. Like
Sure,
that's the
they
only
laugh.
thing. Like, so what?
So what?
Yeah.
That just means that person who laughs at you is an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can still move on with your life. So there's like the worst case scenario at an audition is still not bad.
Nope. The fact that you're just doing it, that means so much.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Agreed? Cool.
Yeah, and
Cool.
he's so young, like he's gonna be able to do so much more and get so many more like skills and stuff that he can bring to the table. I mean, I didn't start doing this until I was 44, 43, whatever.
He's way ahead of the game.
Yeah. So, and just in a couple of years, I feel like I've got little things in my bag of tricks that I pull out every once in a while. But he's got decades on me that he's going to be able to do that kind of stuff. So.
Nice.
Plus his luscious locks.
Oh my gosh, he has the
Seriously.
best
Goodness.
hair. The best.
So
He
much
told
hair.
me the other night he went and took a shower and he gets out of the shower and he's like, "Mom, my hair goes between my booty crack now." And I was like,
Oh my goodness.
"So you need a haircut?"
Nicole, any final questions? Any more words of wisdom?
No, I think that's good. Come see Wizard of Oz.
Come see Wizard of Oz. I love the mic drop story. That was
That was
fantastic. Way to
good.
go.
That was good.
Thank you, Nicole. Mike, you want to sit in the hot seat before we call another guest?
Of course.
Just enough time for him
Just
to
enough
sit
time to
down.
sit.
You can
Just kind
continue
of-
your story.
We
Pop in
are
this-
almost out of time. We have one more guest, and then we got to get to First Friday Tiki. It's
What's
getting
your
late.
story? You were talking about the dads. They auditioned. It was magic.
Look, it's
It was
leaning
magic.
again.
And then all of a sudden one day on an island, we just had a magical moment for a few weeks.
Did you say an
Amazing.
island?
He did. So, can I just say,
Was it
like,
in a
during
stream?
where's Alanna? Is she still here?
Yeah.
When you were having us do the motion stuff, like the somersault, I thought I had given myself another I'm not just gonna hold.
We legit thought you snapped your neck. Hold on, I'm gonna get
When I asked people to do a somersault, I expected maybe a third of the people who did somersaults to do them. I did not. Here, listen. I applaud you, Derek. I sincerely applaud you for not doing a somersault. That was the wise choice. Yeah, I mean, a bunch of people, literally everyone before you went, and you said no, I don't feel safe doing that. So you're brave.
So
Next could
I'm
have
not,
been snapped.
I'm not gonna take the camera and show you close, but I do have a knot right here on the top of my head.
Because if you
I
do a
Yeah.
smacked
somersault,
it hard.
you
We
do a somersault,
greatly
like your
underestimated
head
the
snapped.
amount of momentum that we needed in order to complete that. Like I was like, "Oh wait, I'm doing a headstand. This is not good."
As I was going to the floor, I was like, "Oh God, no!" Like, and you're already starting. You can't stop. And then, like, it hit, and everything went. Like you hear the sound and everything. I'm like, oh,
Concussion
Yeah,
protocol.
Concussion protocol. Thank you, Samantha. Yeah.
head, or you're gonna flop on your spine.
Callback.
There's a lot
Oh,
of
Can I do that?
And then I ended up with a bruise like here because I kind of went wonky. Like, it was terrible. But I appreciate you having us do that because then it
I
shows
did
me
not
what my
have to do
limits
that.
are.
I asked for I said if you feel
Okay.
safe.
We all volunteered.
Alana, you've known me for 3-4
I
years
didn't
now.
think you were gonna do it.
It's like a dare.
I would not have expected you to do it.
Why?
Because you would be like,
Because
hey,
the
this
whole
is where I bow
thing-
out.
Half your bit is, oh, I'm a singer first, not a dancer.
My bit. Oh my God. Okay, like this is the third time she's been on the show. You know what? We have another guest, Dalton. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, Dalton. No, thank you. That was fantastic.
That was hilarious.
That was fake. Your comedic gold you added to the show in a way that we could not. Thank you. By pointing out my bit.
That's Dana's way of saying "Go away, Alanna."
She'll be back. She'll be back.
She'll be back.
She haunts me. That
Drum
one.
roll for our next guest.
Mike, get out of the chair. Who's next?
It's Mr. Dalton.
Coco says, "Why the hell did you wake me up?"
This one.
Yeah, short
Should
mic.
be on.
I've been told to take this one.
Trick the switch and
He's
make sure
finding
it's
his way.
on.
She's on.
Did you just like tangle them up more?
Yes, he did.
I hate it when our Schwartz get twisted.
Right.
Dalton,
Hello.
how are
Hi,
you
Dalton.
doing?
Hi. I'm great. How are you?
Hey, Ryan Toff. Once again, someone newer to the theater that has been on this, and you have not.
Dalton, how you doing?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm a little tired, but that's okay.
Same.
Stage manager, huh?
Yes.
Ooh.
First time stage manager. I'm
I'm
co-stage
excited.
managing with Jesse Carswell for The Wizard of Oz.
Amazing.
I already love Jessie Carswell, and I've only worked with her for a couple of days.
She's pretty great.
She's
pretty
great.
great. All right, so your first show with us was,
The Wedding Singer.
and you found out about us. How?
Well, I grew up here, and actually, one of our costumers, Miss Janice Cross. Janet. Oh my gosh, why did I say Janice? I knew
don't
that.
know,
I
'cause-
grew up here,
okay,
and
she
she was
doesn't
my
watch the
7th
show.
grade science teacher.
Damn it.
Well, you just
Damn.
knew her as
Damn
Mrs.
it.
Cross, so
Is she watching?
Probably
Is she
not.
one of the 7?
Absolutely not.
so strongly
Definitely not.
doubtful.
Anyway, how did I know about this place? Well, so I grew up here. I, of course, knew about the theater company. Janet.
Damn it.
Janet. She directed a show and invited my family because my dad's also a teacher. They were connected through all that. Anyway, so that was my first exposure to the theater. And then
You okay?
well over a decade later, I started pursuing an acting career after being in higher education for almost 2 years. Now I've started my 3rd year.
Wow.
And so now I'm kind of at a crossroads of my life. And after being with the Nikki Peterson Talent Agency, I was like, I need to audition for things to just build up my resume. And so I auditioned. And story ends there. I'm here.
Ends there.
Well, begins. Yes.
I want to interject just because you dressed in the dressing room next to me, so like we were talking all the time.
Weird.
Way to make it weird.
He's. What am I supposed to say? Like we were just in a place
time
alone
together. You were in
together
the show
a lot.
together. That's
Was this
all you need to
consensual?
say.
Yeah.
But the fact that he was sitting next to me in the dressing room meant that we talked a lot. That's what I was getting at. Oh my god, screw it.
Do you really want to hug me?
Okay, hold on. Do you know who Boy George is now?
Yes.
But
Good.
you didn't.
No, not quite. Not as much as like I should have when I put George as one of my.
What did you know? So you auditioned for the role of George. You played the role of George. Leading up to that, what did you know about Wedding Singer 1 and then just Boy George as a pop icon?
I knew The Wedding Singer in the Adam Sandler fashion of just the movie. I did not quite know that there was a musical with original music involved. And growing up with parents that had 1980s music playing all the time in the car, I was like, okay, this fits kind of within my realm, but also something that kind of a familial tie, like that they would appreciate too as well. And so I was like, this sounds fun. And then like doing this, like reading through the synopsis of the characters. I'll be honest, I put Robbie because I was like, I'd love to be Robbie. Like I goal setting in the sense is like, if you're going to set for a goal, set for the highest mark. And so of course the lead. So I put Robbie, but I also put George because like, this guy sings a song in Hebrew. Like this is kooky, and I love kooky. And so I was like, if I don't get the lead, I want this role. Like, I absolutely want this role. And I won't look back. I love George. Like, how Rodney said, your little bag of tricks, it's your bag of characters. Like, I will forever have George in my bag of characters. I'm so thankful for that opportunity. But also gave me the opportunity to, like, sing in front of crowds. Like, never done that before.
Which,
Really?
how?
Yeah, that's surprising to me.
Yeah, just
Because you
didn't.
knew you could sing.
I knew I could. I think it was because,
You enjoy it,
yeah.
but you just didn't.
Growing up with music, I did band, and so that was kind of where it's like that's my appreciation for music. But I also could hear, like I think I can at least like hear a pitch. I'll match the pitch, like. So that's kind of where the singing came in. It was like, okay, like I guess I can sing. I didn't really like have the validation of people around me to be like, oh yeah, you can. Like, yeah, you can turn it out.
You're playing hide and seek? What's happening?
He says singing, and it's fine. I'm just.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to
You're
detract.
You're a singer, not a dancer.
Your
You're a
bit,
singer slash
the other half of your
rapper.
bit, the one half of your bit.
I was like,
He also apparently plays guitar, but never had proof of that.
I even posted stage photos.
That's
man.
I can take pictures
Yeah.
with a guitar too, but I can't play it.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway, sorry, Dalton. Continue.
Anyway,
It's not Dalton right now.
no wonder they call you a diva.
Oh my god. That's worth a burn. You got me.
So, okay, so you did the wedding singer,
Yes.
and the experience didn't.
Diva burn.
I find the good in people first before I find the bad.
Oh, ouch! Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, like so, and of course, like that is harder for others than
Yeah.
most. But it was so welcoming. I think I was one of two new people. Like it was me and Olivia. We were just the only two. We were.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess.
Wait, I was producer. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a very limited. That was a.
Yeah.
We did not have a lot of people audition, which was. I was expecting a lot of people, but that was also our first in-person audition, really since
Yeah.
COVID. So it was scary because I was like, "Is anyone going to show up, or is everyone going to show up?"
So it wasn't necessarily like I say this in the best way. It was like all eyes on us is because we were the new people. It was like it was almost like I know it wasn't, but it was like we need to make sure that this is a great experience for them because of course we brought them in for a good reason. We want them to stay.
Yeah.
And that has rang true for both of us.
Oh my gosh.
We stayed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of you have been in multiple shows.
An absolute
Yeah.
gems.
Yeah.
In a short period of time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Every time Olivia has to tell us about like people who are like legitimately bully her at school, we just can't wrap our heads around it.
I know.
Yeah, I don't
it's so
understand
strange.
it.
People are mean to her.
Yeah.
Like, mean.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. I don't get it.
It's jealousy.
Any people who are in APO watching,
They're not.
They're not. But
if you are, if you're not Olivia, Grace, or Charlesy, you're assholes.
Okay,
And
so
all of y'all should watch the show because y'all just got mentioned in the show. So
yeah.
Yeah, it's an honor
what
society.
in the world made you want to or decide to or give in to stage managing?
I want to know the industry, and this is kind of my closest reach to that, without moving all the way to California or Georgia or New York. I knew I wanted to at least take on that logistical role because that, apart from auditioning, because I am in my pursuit as well for an agent and a manager. That's also the next easy in. It is knowing the production side, whether that's in stage and film, anything like that. At least having that understanding of that piece, but also it allows me to be creative. And I think I've taken Jesse and I think mutually understand. It's I take a lot of logistical, but also some creative. Cynthia's giving me permission to talk.
I love that. Yeah.
During her music rehearsals, which kind of allows it's making me discover maybe coaching at some point is in the future. I don't know. And weirdly enough, I've gotten a lot of looks, and a comment from Alanna was one particular child listens to me. And this one particular child apparently does not listen to other people.
Ah, I see. Yes.
And I didn't think that.
It's Mike.
It's Mike. Imagine that.
So I was like, okay, if there's a way,
no idea what we're talking
Last thing I heard was child.
Oh God. Anyway, this
I have a soft spot for that child. But
me too, and I think it was because we were so close in our blocking for Newsies during All Together Now, our fundraiser show. Whereas I did not take that kid's shit at all. Like I was like, bro, like
when he literally snuck out during music rehearsal today to come rifle through the candy bag.
Knucklehead.
That's what he was doing?
Yes!
Okay, he's not allowed to leave. He will not be allowed to leave during music rehearsal unless he's like doing the pee-pee dance. Yeah, but that kid was like, they were like, he never listens really to anyone. And I was like, oh, like I really do have an influence on these kids, and somehow whatever I'm doing is working. So sticking around with them.
Special.
Yep.
Like he is a sweet and talented kid. He is just
He's
in his own
definitely, yeah.
universe.
Yeah. But partially another reason for stage management, I can't be in the full productions for the first 3 shows.
Yeah.
I'm another round with my network, and we are doing like really, we have to be like 100% attendance at our workshops. We'll get our scenes. Actually, I've got workshop tomorrow, which is why I can't be here. But we get our scenes for our showcase tomorrow.
Nice. Determined to listen right now.
I know, right?
So I don't know why he holds the mic, because he doesn't ever talk into the mic. He just waves it around while he's talking.
It's his magic wand.
It's crazy.
So that was also just to keep me involved, because otherwise I'd be like going to work because I'm done with school now, and like just going to work and just going to workshops. And to be quite honest, I find myself kind of still trying to figure out my place with this group, because it's not the group that I started with. I just kind of I was thrown into this group, not like it was last year. So it's a little weird, but still working, and still some of the same people. So it's still familiar, but still a little strange. So this keeps me, I know I fit in here, like really, really fit in here for sure. Because I've been, even living here, a lot of my community left when I graduated.
Yeah.
And then,
it happens.
Yeah. And then starting work, I was like, I'm not going to be that guy that work becomes my life. My boss and I had a mutual like understanding the other day, or a couple weeks ago, where she had someone that was close to her who got really sick, and then was like, you need to go LOA, like leave of absence. It got worse, and then got better, and then she returned to work too early, and then died. And she was like, I'm not going to kill myself over my job, and neither will I. Like, no. I need to keep the other things in my life and cut it off at 5. Cut it off at 5. Because otherwise, I'll become a monster and sick and dead and all that, so... Sorry to get deep. Wow. But that's the reality of it. That's kind of, I guess it's segueing into my
But if you don't have
wisdom.
this community or a community of some sort, and all you're doing is working your job, and like that's not living.
But it's different. It's different in the sense that you've got a lot of support.
Yes.
You have a lot of support. It's not
But
just you.
Here's what's funny. So Dalton and Jesse, this is their first time stage managing, and Brittany is the one training them.
Oh, Lord.
And I have overheard and also heard from Brittany some of the things that she's like prepping them for when it comes to me, which is
let's hear those.
hilarious.
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
Literally, it's like, make sure she's fed, send her home. But here's the thing, I'm not the person who forgets to eat. Like, that's not my problem. But no, and then he shows up with snacks on the first day, and it's like, one, I'm not a child. I am capable of taking care of myself. But also, thank you for the snacks.
Yes, but next time, can you get the Welch's fruit snacks?
Oh, right.
They were different snacks.
We're currently eating them in the back, in the Woo Girl Center.
The others are chilling in the mini fridge.
Yes, they are.
That was funny. What else did she say about having to deal with me?
Always
she
about
she
you,
said,
isn't
when you want something, write it down. Like when you want something, write it down. So I did that during auditions. You were like, I want something, so I wrote it down in the miscellaneous column.
Yay! I love that.
Always document.
No, that's really good advice.
So what show that might be on the docket right now that you are interested in?
Oh, everyone's gonna be annoyed by the time it runs. Head over heels. Absolutely. I know, it's all I talk about. Like when I figured out what it was and the music that was behind it, I was like, this is like. I equate it to Wedding Singer. I also said Wedding Singer is like, you've got those core memories. This is like my young adult core memory was Wedding Singer.
Ooh, yeah.
And so head over heels. In my eye, I think it's going to be a Wedding Singer 2.0 because it's got that 1980s feel, but it's very campy, very creative.
And I think Wedding Singer was like a Mamma Mia version, where it's like the summer musical with a certain type of music. Okay, tell us about. So you listened to the podcast I sent you.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So Adrian sent me a podcast. I forget who hosted it, but
Mark Maron.
Mark Maron. Okay. Kathy Valentine, who is one of the guitarists from the Go-Go's, who in Head Over Heels, it's a jukebox musical, which I didn't know until preview party. It's all the music is the Go-Go's, and so essentially, basically all this together. Kathy Valentine was part of this podcast, and she talked a lot about like her experience growing up that led into. All she wanted to do was be part of a girl rock band. And so that happened for her. And all kind of shared a lot of her testimony about that experience, but then also her life and like the abuse she experienced.
Girl, that life.
Wow. Insane. I honestly don't think I finished it, but I listened to a good chunk of it.
You should always listen to the end of his podcast because he ends just by like playing guitar and having a moment like talking about his cats.
Cat angels everywhere.
Cat angels everywhere. Thank you.
Love it. But it was really interesting, and like a little piece of information that I already knew, but it was reaffirmed in this podcast, was that Kathy Valentine is actually in close proximity to this theater.
And we're gonna
She
talk
lives
to her.
in Austin, and we are plotting of inviting her.
Yeah.
Because she actually has an easy communication pipeline directly to her and her agent. And when the show ran on Broadway, the whole group came, of course, but they asked, it was like, can we play? They out of the blue, they were just, can we play? They had instruments ready.
Alana's face.
I know.
Because she loves this show.
Yes.
In the podcast, she talked about the Pasadena version with Alaska Thunder and Leah Delaria, and the way that they did this immersive dance production. She talks about that. She loves the show. Like she thinks it's really exciting that it's happening. So we're gonna get in there.
Yeah, because Diva Point for me, I have a lot of connections within the rock
he does
industry.
get a point for that.
Which number is the Diva point?
The point is B.
No,
that's burn A.
I am fortunate enough through my father, because my father is a big like rock band junkie, hard rock, metal, classic, all that. We're actually friends with Jeff Pilson from Foreigner, who's a bass player.
Nice.
We also know Reb Beach personally. These are actually all individuals that sent. So Foreigner.
I know Foreigner.
And then Reb Beach, White Snake, Winger. I could be getting this wrong. My dad's gonna kill me.
He's not watching either.
I know. Red Beach has been kind of like passed around, and he's asked to be part of all these various groups. Very good guitarist. So yeah, those are like two like really like I got pictures with them. They sent me congratulation videos when I graduated with my master's, and same with my sister. Like these are like. We know these people, and we've seen them go through their careers. They've seen us grow up.
Do
Like,
you have an automatic for that diva point?
Yeah, just keep
'Cause I
keep.
just want to just keep
anyway,
going.
so
Bam,
and they
bam,
like
Diva point.
we're very acquainted in regards to Jeff. I'm now going on tangents, but when Foreigner came to play at A&M through MSC Town Hall, my dad messaged him, like, we're coming to your show, and he was like, cool, you're on the list. He does that all the time. It's like, you're on the list to come see him before the show or after the show. And so we got to see him before the show. We gave him a 12th man jersey. He wore it for the concert, which is so cool.
Nice.
Everyone freaked out. They're like, how did he get a 12th man jersey? I texted like all these friends who went to the concert. They're like videos and all this. And I'm like, my dad gave him that. Like, it was a fun, like, just gloating moment. But yeah, and it was because my dad just would get on these Jeff's wife did a radio show, and she would live stream like video, and he'd be in the chat room and be like, hey, can you write a little message like happy birthday Dalton or whatever, like, and she would like hold it up to the camera in like the corner of the room, and then they became acquainted that way, and then friends. And anyway, so there's that.
So
Long story
about
short,
Head Over Heels.
I'm very excited about this show because it'll be like essentially immediately when I get back from California for my showcase. I'll be like, that's that. I'm booking out because I want to do Head Over Heels. It'll be right before the school year starts. So I'm like, I will be here. I'm so excited for the show. But same with like Descendants and Titanic. I mean, if I have the opportunity to be part of those last 3 shows of this season, in prep for the new season, that would be fun. But like Head Over Heels. And I'm like, I've got ideas, but I don't know if I want to bite off more than I can chew and like help with the various parts of production. I don't know, but I know I want to be part of it for sure.
I'm excited. That one makes me happy. It's like it's obviously not as well known as Mamma Mia, but I feel like it should have the same appeal.
It should, yes.
It's so good.
And
We just
the
need to
music
market
is
it,
the music
right?
is
Like, we
known.
just need
The
to
music is
market it
known.
for sure.
Music is
Like
known.
as Go-Go's, like I think if we market it right, then I think it'll have the same kind of thing. So.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Any Dear Daddy questions? You gotta say it.
Dear Daddy.
I want to just record that so we can play it every time. Okay,
I mean,
any
it
Dear
is
Daddy
recorded.
questions?
I almost said, "What's your favorite memory of me?" Never mind. Don't do that.
Oh, I have one.
Oh,
Favorite, but it's most memorable.
Would you like to repeat
oh
your
no.
joke?
Oh, this is actually getting answered. Okay.
What did you say?
He's about to be a mic stand.
I was off my.
I don't even know what I was saying. Oh,
Most memorable.
At some point, I don't know what happened, but your glitter got caught in your little handkerchief, and as I'm walking up, like hurrying off or something, I don't know what happened, but the glitter literally was like just exploded right.
Glitter
on my
bomb.
hand, and
I
there was
remember
glitter
this.
everywhere.
Yes.
I go home and my wife's like, "Do I need to check your wallet for ones? Where are you?"
Ah.
Oh, come on. It's Dalton.
I'm sorry I caused a problem in your
And
family.
then she goes, "Oh, it was Dalton."
Oh, it was
No.
Dalton.
Okay. Yeah, no, that was terrible.
Hysterical.
Like, I know you didn't do it on purpose.
No. No. This was a moment where the handkerchief caught but didn't release. It flew out of my hand.
But then it became fun to like,
No.
Oh yeah, I would look at him.
yeah.
Yeah, that was
So,
fun.
Since we that whole little bit was about glitter, you should probably play a Pearly moment.
I should.
It's D.
It is D.
Yeah.
Early moment.
Yeah.
Hear it. Bless you.
Bless you.
What about
Bless
me?
you.
What about me?
Your favorite memory of Dalton?
My favorite memory of Dalton.
They're very gullible.
Dalton's very gullible.
No, you are.
Wow.
The daddies.
Wow.
Bless you.
No, I just
Shut
I
up.
really enjoyed coming into both Wedding Singer and Elf, 2 productions that I was not intrinsically musically involved in, and seeing just how well that you had like what kind of home you had made, and like it was already kind of like, that it was. I just really love all of the new people that have come recently, but you just kind of have a way of standing out, and I really enjoy the fact that you're part of this community. And so it's not a moment; it's just kind of like an impression. So, and I have enjoyed each one of your performances. They've been phenomenal. So I'm glad you're here. Hope you get to stick around for a while.
Yes, me too. Thank you.
Or get super successful and go do something so that I could say, "Hey, I know that guy."
You will this summer.
Yeah.
I was an extra in a movie as well.
Nice.
And my movie is coming out this summer.
Connection.
Oh, and a music video is coming out this month. Anyway.
What kind of music video?
It's a rock musical, or not. My words are getting mixed up. It is a rock music video, a heavy metal group in Houston. Nice. And I was an extra called Hindsight. And the song is Locked in the Way. I had to be an extra, be like production crew for them.
That's exciting.
Did they get together in 2020?
We were in an infinity room. It was really cool.
She's paying attention.
Yeah, I just. Mike, do you have any memories?
But I have a question for Dalton before.
Okay.
Can I share the memory stage with you and Olivia, if that's cool?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So like I know it's like first time I met you, but these three know me. I like small moments for some reason, and of course you like killed all the major parts, whatever. But I think what was most memorable for me was actually on the very open, when I got to see you actually open, like with that, just you looked and acted like you belonged there, and it was awesome.
Oh, thank you.
It was like you command the stage, and then also I think it was you were single. You have like a part towards the end of it.
Share or wham.
Share or wham. Share or wear.
Share or wear.
Share or wear.
Those were my favorite parts. But again, you killed the major parts, but those are my two favorite. And then
how did Olivia open? Like what?
Where is she fitting this?
Yeah.
You asked permission. I gave it to you.
It's also about the small moments too. I told her this too in Wedding Singer. I really liked the part where she played Carrie's mom at the end. It was she.
Oh yeah.
Had this like she commanded the stage and like I belong there. This was my part. So. I guess I said that because newbies, you look like you belong, and you did belong. So, good memories. So.
Thank you.
Yay.
Any parting words of wisdom to our 7 listeners?
Yes, to the 7. Do the damn thing. Just if you want to do it, just go do it. 2020 was that year of like just screw it, let's go have fun. So go have fun. Don't make work your life. But also, don't just do life. Like, go have fun with it.
Live your life.
Live it. Don't do it, live it.
Don't dream it.
Be it.
Be it.
And live in La Vida Loca.
But if there's something you want to do, go out and do it. Because otherwise, you'll just be like, I wish I did it. You'll live with regret. So don't do that.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Dalton.
Thank y'all.
Thank you, all of our guests, for this episode.
Fun fact?
Fun fact. Do you have one?
Fun fact? No, I don't either.
I have a fact. I'm tired.
Jennifer Riley probably forgot that she does
Riley,
it.
I miss her so much.
I do miss her face.
Yeah. All right. Well, love to Jennifer Riley.
Yep, love to Jennifer Riley. Probably also
Dare I
doesn't
ask
watch.
you to take us out?
Come on, Mike.
Take us out to dinner.
I mean, I've got it jammed up.
Folks, you just listened to the best podcast out there on the market today. And we need more subscribers, listeners. Go to ttcdivaDads.com.
Dear readers.
Subscriber listeners.
To our 7 readers, please rate us 5 stars.
Yes, 5 stars. Thank you very much. Follow us on all social medias that you choose.
Social media.
So, TTC,
we're professional podcasters.
And then theatercompany.com. Get
And
your
don't forget
tickets
to do a
for
bump of code.
the new shows. Bye.
Bye.